Okay, hi everyone, welcome. So, we are going to be talking about the new moon, which is in Scorpio, starting today and into tomorrow. So, if we've been holding on to any painful emotions, struggles, or resentments, it's time to let those all go, wipe the slate clean, and let's get ready to rock. So, this moon is a chance to begin again. So to try something new, to venture out of our comfort zone. It encourages us to look at things in a new way and to try something for the first time. So it invites us to new beginnings, new experiences, but we have to find the courage to take that first step. And I hate to break it to you all, but this one is not going to be a walk in the park because this time we've got 7 planets that are factoring in here, 5 of which are moonwalking in the sky, which means they're in retrograde. Yay. So we have Mercury, it's retrograde in Scorpio, Jupiter is retrograde in Cancer, Saturn is retrograde in Pisces, Uranus is retrograde in Taurus, and Neptune is retrograde in Pisces. But before we freak out, let's try to pull this all a little bit together and see what we can do to make this work for us. So Scorpio, this new moon is a really good time to focus on transformation. So over the course of the year, we've all gone through many deaths and rebirths in varying sizes, intensities. This year has been one for the record books, I'm sure. Scorpio, it's a reminder to honor what we have moved through and find hope for where we're heading. So let's not get too caught up in all the changes. The last Scorpio new moon was in November 2024. So if you think back to then, maybe reflect on how your life is different today from then, because things do change and we are constantly changing. So be proud as you reflect on the journey that you have traveled. Even if you're not exactly where you want to be, there's bound to be something that you can feel proud of. So life isn't easy, but we're here, we're moving through it, we're learning, we're bettering ourselves, and that is something to celebrate. So be proud of that. So Scorpio, as you know, is represented by the scorpion, and this little creature sheds its skin every year. So like a snake or like a spider, the scorpion, and they are arachnids, by the way. Anyways, as they shed their skin, they let go of the old, and once it's complete, they're reborn with a new skin. Let's keep in mind, when you have that new skin, it is usually sensitive and raw right at the beginning. So give yourself a little bit of grace. Let's not forget about that, because the shedding can be painful. But let's kind of embrace it, recognize that it's going to be painful, and let's step forward into this new time. So let go of fear and step into something new. And the universe actually does help support us and push us along. One of the planets that is making a big impact right now is Uranus. We're going to talk about that. That is the planet of awakening and change. So this Uranus is activated by this new moon, and it's setting erratic waves of energy our way. And I think everybody kind of mentioned that: busy, slow, chaos, calm. So that's so very indicative and exactly what Uranus does. And because it is actually opposing this new moon, we may find over the next couple of weeks that we're going to get some shocking news. Be careful of accidents or challenges. We may be forced to do a quick pivot on something. It's trying to force us to do something new and to move forward into that new version of ourselves. If there's something that we've been withholding or something that we're too afraid to do or to hear, this new moon could kind of rattle that a little bit and kind of shake us and force us into action. Sometimes we need these cosmic pushes to actually make these changes. And, Uranus is like a 2x4. It's going to smack you, and it's going to smack you hard. And I think this is what's happening and what we're going to see happening. But, what's on the other side of that is always something great. And I've said this earlier to a couple of people. Fear is either a great motivator or it can paralyze you. And, it's in a positive way or a negative way. So a lot of times, once we can move past that fear, what we come to on the other side is always a surprise. And it's always like, wow, what was I so afraid of? What was I so worried about? This is so much better. And this is something that I think we tend to not realize until we get to that other side. We're afraid to take that step. So Uranus is going to be pushing us to make some of these changes. This moon is also going to activate our feelings of security. So if we don't feel secure within ourselves, we may find that some changes need to be made. And by the same token, if something that used to feel secure may not feel as stable now. So just something to keep in mind, right? So the ground beneath us might feel a little bit rocky, but as things settle and we find ourselves creating a new sense of security, both inner and outer, we'll find that we're aligned with this new path that we're on. So another thing about all these planets in retrograde, which I thought was very interesting and I didn't realize, is they are all in water signs. So there's going to be a really big push to be in our feelings. And because it's retrograde, maybe kind of like look to the past and, maybe long for some of the things that, are in the past, like maybe wanting to reconnect with an ex or old school friends, or, something that we've done in the past that made us feel good. Maybe we'll want to do that. Looking back is great if you've learned from it. If we are trying to heal from it. So if you're going to look back, which is great, do it, but do it with caution and with care, because our hearts might want us to rekindle these relationships and these things, but we have to protect ourselves from, suffering the same hurts and troubles again. So again, we don't want to regress. We can reflect, but we don't want to regress back to where we were. We want to keep moving forward. And this is going to be very challenging now because of all these everything in water signs. It's going to be hard. What else is going on? Because of the way the sun and the moon and Mercury retrograde are in there, it creates a thing called Kazemi, which kind of like brings truths to light. A lot of things are going to be revealed. I'm sure everybody's heard, like the Epstein file thing, and then the Prince Andrew thing. He's now not a prince anymore. Some of these big truths are coming out. There's more stuff coming up with Trump. There's going to be a lot of things in the news and a lot of things with pop culture. So there's going to be a lot of changes, not necessarily to us, but we will be affected, whether it's directly or indirectly. Because of all these water signs, one of the best things we can do for ourselves is to look inward. Instead of letting all that outside stuff kind of affect us or be, having it in our face all the time and feeling a way about it, maybe take a step back from that. Again, retrograde, take that step back and start looking inward. Whether it be meditating, do something that makes you happy, But if we do that, we're looking at this, the whole shedding of the skin thing too, right? Because while we're shedding all these things are happening all around us, and maybe it's making us feel a little bit raw and sore and anxious and nervous, do that inner work to kind of get yourself out of that. That will serve you better. That's the other thing about this new moon. It is going to allow us to make significant shifts if we do that internal work. So that's actually one of the really good things about where all these retrograde planets are right now. So like I said, we can look at everything and think, oh my God, retrograde, retrograde. But there are benefits to it too. It's not just always bad. So let's take these good that come along with it, or the benefits that come along with it. Thinking about the past stuff again, looking at the history or the things that were behind us. Again, another thing to think about. It's good to reflect on where we were so that we can see where we are now. It helps us recognize what is important to us now. It also gives us context. So a lot of times people want to just erase history. It's like, oh, well, that was bad. I don't want to remember about that. But yeah, do remember about that, because that's helped shape who you are today. So these are actually really important things that we need to do, and things that a lot of us don't want to do. Someone mentioned something about shadow work. It's important to do. We need to acknowledge and recognize our shadows too, and know that they are a part of us, so that when we move forward, it's like, yes, you know what? I remember this. This thing was very painful. Maybe I don't want to repeat that same problem again. So when we take history and try to erase it, you're going to get rid of all those things, and then you're just going to go right back to where you were, a nice big circle, go right back to where you were, and feel it all over again. So let's not do that. The Mercury retrograde, another powerful influence right now. And again, with the retrograde, we can feel like we're stuck or we're trapped. And we want to stop and think, why are we feeling this? What is it that I am not looking at? Reflect on that. Think about what it is that we're feeling trapped about. Remember what happened. Remember why. Remember the traumas. So that not to ignore it, but to learn from it and know how to move forward with it. Listen to that inner voice. And we need to trust that our inner world and get that information. Meditation is really good for doing that too. So with this new moon, maybe it's a good idea to set an intention to go within, take out time to listen to your body, to check in on what it needs. And because we're in water signs, maybe the next time you have a shower, or if you do baths or whatever, because you're in water, take a moment to do that. Do some breath work when you're in there. That can also heighten some of these feelings that we have internally and help us get to where we're going. Look at what intentions we want to set. New moons are times of new beginnings, but also being accompanied by Uranus and Neptune, both in retrograde. We're not just compelled to revisit the past, but we're being a glimpse of the possibilities of what wait in the future. So also keep that in mind. One other thing, the asteroid Lilith and Black Moon Lilith are still throwing their energies in here. Black Moon Lilith came up last time too. And I think what she did was really kind of intensified things. She's still doing that. So these could be adding some intensity and fierceness to the things that are going to unfold. So including our shadow selves that may come out. So keep that in mind. There may be a lot of anger. And it's okay, because anger can motivate us. Because sometimes that's what we need to make changes. It's okay to be mad. Be mad if you want to. But use it proactively for good, to do what you need to accomplish. Don't use it reactively to cause harm, whether it's to somebody else or ourselves. This one is going to be a wild ride, so be kind to yourself. Keep going with the flow, but don't just go with the flow, because everything in water, we could get swept up by the tides or by an undertow or something. So what we want to do is we want to keep one foot on the ground as an anchor. So just remember to kind of keep ourselves grounded as we're going through the feelings. So try not to be reactive, especially in a retrograde, because we don't want to say something or do something that we're going to regret later. So just know that this is interesting times. Yes, it says we're going to be feeling the feelings. So there could be a lot that comes up that we're going to feel shame, fear, or grief, remorse, guilt. But we could also get the other side of the spectrum too, the joy, the passion, and the magic. So don't be fooled into thinking that, oh, just because you're going through something like really, really great. I know my mom used to say, if you have a time where you're crying and very upset about something and you cry a lot, the next time you turn around, you're going to be laughing. And the same thing, if you find something extremely funny or very joyful, if you're over the top about it, the next thing you're going to do is have a lot of tears. So try not to get too caught up in those emotions, hence keeping one foot on the ground. So the signs that are most affected by this one, I thought would have been all the water signs, but it's not. It is Scorpio is one, Gemini, and Virgo. I'm going to tell you what the information is for each of the signs now, and keep in mind, again, it's for your rising sign, moon sign, or sun sign. So any of these will apply. So for Aries, this new moon represents a powerful time for you to release the chains holding you back. The energy will help you close those cycles, especially during Mercury retrograde. As we enter Sagittarius on the 21st, you will connect with your ideas and explore them further. Believe in what you can create and don't limit yourself. During this time, you will also feel motivated to learn new things with much more confidence, as Mars is also in this sign, pushing you to reach your potential. Taurus, love will be on your mind as this new moon energy illuminates your relationship sector. For those not interested in romance, this will be a period to find a balance within your friendships or business relationships. You will be able to reach agreements with ease, and with Mercury back in Scorpio, diplomacy will be your power. This week, you are discovering what brings you love and joy within your professional sector as well. Focus on the positive flow of energy that Sagittarius season brings. Gemini. The new moon in Scorpio is showing you the value of efficiency. You will see your routines transform. This is also a time to focus on your relationship sector with the sun now in Sagittarius. Practicing more harmony will be important this week as well. Now that your ruler Mercury is retrograde, your communication is enhanced, yet you will be forced to slow down, allowing you to have more meaningful conversations with others. As the new moon ignites your productivity sector, you'll be seeing a flurry of activity in your daily routine. Do your best to align your best work-life balance now. This is also a great time to look for a new job, take on major projects, or look into ways to improve your daily routines. Cancer. With the new moon in Scorpio this week, you will experience fun in your romantic sector. Focus on happiness and the hobbies that bring you joy. For those who are single, the moon in this position will make you cherish the people you surround yourself with. Now that the sun is in Sagittarius, you will see how you can upgrade your daily routines. This transit will allow you to get in touch with meditation and focus more on yourself. Leo. This new moon in Scorpio will serve as an anchor. However, it will also allow you to take your crown. This is your time to take control of your life and strengthen the foundation that you begin building during the Saturn and Pisces transit. You've been evolving and understanding how to be more patient with those around you. Now is your time to show up for yourself. You are here to flourish and continue winning. Virgo. Your friendships will be your major focus during this lunation as the new moon helps you be more appreciative of your support system. The new moon will energize your sector of communications and learning. You will also have the opportunity to meet new people who will help you find your voice over the next several months. After the eclipse cycle, you may not feel very confident. However, this week and the Scorpio new moon will help you find your spark again. Libra. This week will teach you important lessons within your financial sector. Be mindful of your spending habits and focus on growth because several planets are retrograde at this time. Thankfully, the Scorpio energy grants us all the patience and tenacity. The next 6 months will also be a period when you see a shift in the relationship you have with yourself. As you learn to see your self-worth, you will attract more friends or partners who are aligned with your goals. Scorpio. As the new moon falls in your sign, You'll have a sudden open doorway to pursue your greatest personal goals, plans, and desires. You are seeing your power and you are no longer blocking your blessings. During the new moon in your sign, you will feel quite optimistic. As a fixed sign, this will feel like a powerful beginning and will show you the spark you may have lost months ago. The next 6 months are a time for hard work, creative flow, and self-love. Sagittarius, because the sun enters your sign this week, the Scorpio new moon will feel like a prelude to the magic that awaits. You are entering a new cycle and you are seeing that patience is a virtue. This transit will have you reflecting on the seeds you planted months ago. The new moon is here to give you a treasure trove of ideas, tools, and lessons over the next 6 months. You are also learning how to prioritize and be kinder to yourself. This is a period for rebuilding and strengthening your skill set. Capricorn. The new moon in Scorpio will bring you a lot of new ideas and show you the goals that matter most to you. During this period, don't take on too many tasks and instead focus on the ones that will help you elevate your career or academic goals. Because you are still enduring the Saturn retrograde, you will see how collaborating with others can give you an edge and help your ideas flourish. Of course, wait until Mercury is direct before starting any new projects. Focus on editing and making changes at this time. Aquarius. During this new moon in Scorpio, you will see how your career sector has evolved over the last several years. We are getting closer to stepping into a new Saturnian chapter, and this lunation will feel like a breath of fresh air. It is showing you the progress you've made and the knowledge you have received. Now will be a period to think ahead and see what else you desire to excel in when Mercury stations direct. Pisces. The new moon in Scorpio helps water signs stay driven and focused on excelling. More of this energy will be evident since the sun also enters Sagittarius this week, ushering new possibilities for your career sector. This will be a period for you to strengthen your skills and become more comfortable, taking the lead in the next 6 months. You will also receive support from Jupiter in Cancer, bringing in mentors and folks who will inspire you. Overall, this week you will feel renewed and motivated. Something positive for everybody. So we need to keep in mind that we want to set some intentions this time. So to help with that, I'm going to take you into a little bit of a meditation, which I'm hoping will help you kind of find what it is that you should set an intention on, because at this time it's a really good idea, like I said before, like to kind of go inward, go internal, look at what you really need, focus on yourself rather than all that shit that's happening out there. So get into a comfortable position, take a deep slow breath in. And as you breathe in, feel the air filling your lungs, expanding your chest and belly. Hold it for a moment and then gently exhale, releasing any tension or stress you may be carrying. Continue to breathe slowly and deeply, allowing each breath to bring you more into the present moment. With each inhale, feel a sense of calm entering your body. And with each exhale, let go of anything that no longer serves you. Let your awareness settle within. Feel the weight of your body grounded against the earth, supporting you with love and stability. Imagine a warm, golden light surrounding you, gently enveloping your body in peace and clarity. Let this light guide you to a place of deep calm and openness, where you can be fully present with your intention setting process. Take a moment to reflect on an area of your life where you would like to set an intention. Could be related to health, relationships, career, personal growth, or anything else that is important to you. Allow yourself to connect with your heart and feel into this area of life. Ask yourself, what do I truly desire in this area? What energy or mindset will help me achieve this? What changes do I see in my life? Let the answers come naturally, without rushing. Trust that whatever arises is aligned with your highest good. As you sit with these thoughts, allow your body to become fully open and receptive to the possibilities that lie ahead. Once you have clarity on your intention, you can speak it quietly to yourself or just in your mind. Feel the truth of your words as you repeat them to yourself. Say it slowly, with conviction and belief. Allow the energy of your words to ripple through your entire being, affirming your commitment to this intention. As you say your affirmation, feel your heart open wider, embracing the energy of possibility. Trust that by setting this intention, you are taking an empowered step toward creating the life you desire. You are aligning yourself with the universal flow of abundance, love, and support. Now visualize your intention already being a reality. Picture yourself living this intention in every detail. See the environment around you. What do you see? What do you feel? What are you experiencing? How does your body feel in this state of alignment? What emotions arise as you live your intention every day? Let the vision be clear and vibrant, as if you were already in the midst of it. Feel the joy, the peace, and the fulfillment that come with your success. Let these feelings fill every part of your being, knowing that this vision is not far off. It is already happening within you. Take a moment to hold this vision, anchoring it deep within your heart. Trust that this is the energy you are creating in your life right now. Gently bring your awareness back to the present moment. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, let go of any remaining doubts or fears. Trust that your intention is being set in motion, and that with each breath, you are bringing it closer to reality. When you are ready, gently open your eyes. Know that you have planted the seeds of your intention, and as you move forward, you are nurturing them with your thoughts, actions, and energy. Your intention is already beginning to manifest, and you are worthy of all the good it will bring into your life. I have some other affirmations that I'm going to share. So some positive affirmations or intentions might be: out of the ashes of the past, I have the ability to create a better and more meaningful future. When I embrace my own power, I become an instrument for positive change in the world and in my own life. I am endowed with the magical ability to transform problems into happiness. I am profound and have depths of potential as yet unrealized. I want to see myself purifying and releasing those things that are no longer necessary and are keeping me from growing. I am powerful and capable of taking on even the most daunting of challenges. With that, I'm going to close the video. Thank you for joining me today.